Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Kayla Lords.
John Brownstone.
From LovingBDSM.net. We are back.
Yes, we are.
For another 5 things we think you ought to know about insert BDSM topic here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. This week, we're talking about safe words. So let's start out with what, in general, a safe word is.
Right.
How would you describe what a safe word is?
A safe word is a way to communicate that during a BDSM scene, something is wrong.
Right. Something needs to stop.
And it needs to stop immediately.
Right. A safe word does not necessarily mean all play is over, but it does mean that what's happening in that moment needs to stop.
Right.
Safe words are typically negotiated at the beginning. If you're doing a one-off scene with somebody in the club or at a party, you negotiate what that safe word's going to be, or you negotiate it sort of in the beginning of a relationship as you're trying to figure out your kinky selves. There are people who do not identify at all as dominant or sub or in the BDSM lifestyle at all who know what a safe word is, used a safe word. I saw a clip of Stephen Colbert and he mentioned safe words.
Really?
Like, yes. So there's a lot to know about safe words. We're going to just cover 5 things that we think are important. But if you want to know more, there are more links to more things down below in the description.
As always.
As always. So let's get started.
We ready?
Okay. Number 1.
It's usually a word that doesn't fit.
So you should be able to, if you have not negotiated a safe word, you should be able to say no or stop, and everything stops. But in BDSM scenes, sometimes we go, no, daddy, no.
Right.
That ain't what we mean. We mean keep going, keep going, keep going. So a safe word needs to be something that doesn't fit that scene, which is why it's like
Pumpernickel.
banana, pineapple, purple elephant. It can be anything you want. You both need to know what it is, and it just it should be something that will jolt you so that you're like, oh, that doesn't fit here. And that's probably a good, it also needs to be something you can remember. So there's that as well.
Very true.
Right. Okay. Number 2.
You can use a color system.
So the color system we're referring to is red for stop, yellow for slow down, green for keep going.
Right.
This is a good alternative if you can't remember. I can't remember safe words. Purple eggplant's not going to come to me in the moment. It's just not. Even though I would like that. I like purple and I like eggplant. I'm not going to remember it. So the color system is an easy way to say very kind of clearly, stop, slow down, keep going. You do have to talk about what you mean by those colors. So in some cases, red means stop everything. In other cases, it might mean stop doing that one thing you're doing. Yellow could mean for some people, stop doing that thing you're doing, but keep going, or ease up on that thing you're doing. That's what it means for us.
Now, some people refer to it as the stoplight system or the traffic signal system.
Yes, you'll hear it, but it's those 3 colors because universally we kind of know what those mean. But you still need to talk about them with your partner so that you're very clear about what you mean when you say red, yellow, or green. Okay. Number 3.
Safe words are sometimes a gesture.
So if you're gagged, some people like to play with, I like to play with gags. It makes speaking very difficult. It does not sound like red when it's, whoa, nobody knows what that means. So when speaking is not an option, sometimes it's a gesture where you move your hand in a certain way, you stomp your feet, you snap your fingers. Sometimes people will hold something
in their hand.
And if they drop it, everything stops.
Right.
So we say safe word in general, and many people think of it very literally as a word, but it doesn't have to be a word. It has to be a way to communicate that things need to stop or slow down.
Some way to get the signal across.
Exactly.
Okay.
Number 4.
Doms or tops shouldn't rely on just a safe word.
So several things can happen here. 1, submissive could forget a safe word. 2, a submissive might not be in a position to give the safe word.
Correct.
Maybe they've gone to subspace. Maybe there's something else going on. And truly, and we're going to talk about this more in number 5, some submissives feel like they shouldn't. Like there's something wrong if they give their safe word.
As the top, you should be very aware of body language.
And you need to check in with your partner.
Right.
There's not a single scene that we do that in the growliest, sexiest fucking way, John Brownstone doesn't lean into my ear and go,
"How you doing, baby girl?"
Ooh, and then he says,
"Give me a color."
Whew, if I can't even give a color, we're done. We stop.
Yep.
It's done.
Time to end.
Because at that point, I can no longer even advocate for myself. But if I can give a color, I have learned to say red if I need to say red. When I need things to slow down, I've said things like yellowy orange. Not quite sure what it means either, but he gets the point. When I'm ready for more, I'm like green. I have said yellowy green. I've given shades. And because we know what that means, that works. But if you as a dominant or top say, well, I don't have to stop because they never said anything, then you are abdicating a massive amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
Check in, watch, pay attention, and then when in doubt, and just make it a rule. Don't even wait till there's doubt.
And even listen to the things that they're saying throughout the scene.
But if you get done with a scene and that submissive can barely speak, is not happy with what's happened, and what you say is, well, they didn't safe word, you've given up a lot of responsibility as a dom or a top. And I know everybody's real worried about this. I'm not impressed because you should be checking in.
Yes.
Okay. Whew, that was a rant.
Yes.
Number 5.
Subs and bottoms shouldn't feel guilty if you use your safe word.
So there's 2 things here. One, there are submissives in the bottoms who won't use their safe word because they think that they shouldn't. They feel bad. They worry what it means.
Like they're going to disappoint there.
Exactly.
Yes.
The other side of that is when it's a poser loser, not really a dominant, but called themselves a dominant, who makes them feel guilty about using a safe word. No. A safe word is to keep you safe. You felt in that moment something wasn't right. Maybe it was too much sensation. Maybe you couldn't handle it. Maybe you were worried about your health or your physical well-being or your mental well-being, and you even had the wherewithal to say the word. Not all of us can. Some of us need the check-in. Some of us need somebody to say, give me a color in order to do it. But if you say your safe word, you've done exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
You have been a responsible submissive and bottom. You have nothing to feel guilty about. I understand the urge. The few times I've had to red out on a scene, I hated that feeling. I questioned myself later and wondered, could I have taken more? Did I tap out too soon? That feeling is natural. It's okay. But your safe word is to keep you safe so you can keep playing later at another time with another partner, with that partner. Nobody should make you feel guilty if you used it. And if you need sort of to fortify yourself, just know that there's nothing wrong with using your safe word. That's why it's there, to keep you safe, to keep both of you safe. Because I can only imagine if you have a good, caring, dominant, or top, how they would feel if they found out later they hurt you and they went too far because they didn't know either. And that is hard for them as well. That's why doms and tops have the responsibility to check in and to make sure. But you don't need to feel guilty because you used your safe word. Nope. Okay. So that's not everything about safe words. Just 5. So if you can think of things that are really important for people to know about safe words, leave them in the comment below. If you want to know more about safe words, look at the description. There's links to everything we've probably ever said or done about safe words. And if there are topics you want us to do a 5 about, comment with that too, because I've got a list, but we need to keep it growing. I like this. This is fun.
Yeah, it is.
And if you like what we're doing here, if you like the live streams, if you like these videos, if you like any of our content, consider joining us on Patreon, patreon.com/Kayla Lords, and becoming one of our kinky patrons for as low as $1 a month.
Please and thank you.
Bye.
Bye.